Hey guys, what's up? Assalamu alaikum. Just wanted to make a quick video to share my journey, how I moved from Canada to Indonesia and how freelancing changed my life. Like how coding and freelancing changed my life forever. And so I was 17 years old at the time. I was in Canada. I was a typical brokey guy studying in college, and it was lockdown. So it was lockdown. I was studying online, and I said to myself, "Yo, it's you're studying online, and you want to go to Algeria because at the time I wanted to move to my country. It was a long time I didn't went back there. I was missing my family, and like Canada was a bit changing. It was boring in Canada, cold, and my principal didn't really match with the lifestyle in Canada. So I moved out from Canada to go to Algeria. I went back to my home country. I was supposed to finish studying there. I was still motivated to finish my study, but that didn't went well. Actually, I failed my session. I was too too concentrated on going to the beach and taking good time with my family, my uncle and stuff. So I failed my session, but I wasn't going to give up. I said, you know what? I mean, you're going to go back in Canada and you're gonna make it better next year. And that didn't go well too. So I actually, because there was a really strict lockdown in Algeria, we couldn't move out from there. There was no plane to leave Algeria. So and actually, like 1 week after I came back to Algeria. There was the lockdown, the lockdown where we couldn't fly. So that was the problem. And so I stayed there in Algeria. I said to myself, I can't like be no, I cannot stay there and do nothing. So I needed to be productive and do something. So and also needed to make some money just to help my family. I didn't want to be a burden on them. So I wanted to make some money. So that's what I did. I started watching YouTube videos, about freelancing, coding. By the way, the guy making sound is the guy selling some Indonesian food. So yeah, I was in Algeria, and I was started watching videos about freelance, digital nomad, coding, and I started by myself at home on my laptop and starting to learn. So HTML, CSS, I felt like I was really good when I did, because like I was making my first websites and all, until I started JavaScript. And then when I started JavaScript, the real thing started. Really, I struggled a lot with JavaScript, trying to understand like programming concepts and stuff. So yeah, but I managed to do it. And then after that, I learned PHP, which I never used. And then after 5 months or so like that, I enter a developer group called Google Developer Groups, and they told me you need to learn React. I told them I don't know React. They said no problem, learn React, learn Node.js, and join us. So that's what I did, because they were in the Marine stack. So that's what I did. I learned coding with them. 5 months I entered with them, and then after 5 months, so like 10 months after that. So in total, yeah, after 10 months from the time I started coding, watching videos, and finding my first client, my first big client after 10 months. So I found my first big client, and it was a nice client. Why? Because he was giving me a lot of contracts, because he was getting contracts and giving me the job. It was nice because it sort of gave me like sort of stabilities, and I could work at the time I wanted, and it was still a freelance client. So it was nice, and I made my first like money online by coding. My first real money online, because I already had like one friend who told me to make him a website before, but it wasn't really that serious. It was for like a few pennies. It was just to practice. But my first big client that I find like alone, it was of course with reference, because that's how you find your first job, your first freelance jobs. But I found my first client, making my first money online, and then I was going to stay in Algeria until I got a message from my friend that actually just there at my left. It's called Tim Rally. If you want to check it out, he do copywriting. He do copywriting. He's a freelance data analyst, copywriter, content writer, and you can subscribe to his newsletter. Like, he do some really great content, and so he invited me here. So don't worry, I didn't come to the middle of nowhere alone. I had my friend here. He was already married here, and then I said, you know what? I always dreamed of living in a Muslim country, and I always heard a lot about Indonesia, and so I said, you know what? I mean, now it's time. You're making money online. You don't need to stay in Algeria. I wanted to move from Algeria, so I said, you know what? Let's go to Indonesia. Algeria is a good country, but there is some problems, security and stuff. So I wanted to leave, and I went to Indonesia, and that's how I came here, and that's how coding and freelancing has changed my life until now. Because until now, that's what I'm doing. I'm freelancing. I even opened my own agency with my friends, uiox.ca. That's our agency. We're building our new website because we started without any website. Now we're building our website. So even if you check the domain name, it's still in progress. It's a really bad website. We're just starting. We already had some freelance client, but now we're just starting like the website. So yeah, I'm still freelancing. I even work remotely with another company in Norway, and so that's my journey, and that's how coding and freelancing changed my life. And by the way, just the company where I work right now, like started the startup, is still I'm working as a freelancer with them, so they hired me as a freelancer. So yeah, that's how coding and freelancing changed my life. I'm helping right now developers to do the same and to attain like real freedom, because right now I can travel anywhere in the world pretty much, and live a pretty decent life there because I'm making money but with my laptop. This is where I make all my money. So as long as I have my laptop and internet connection, I'm fine. So yeah, and so yeah, alhamdulillah. Of course, I have to attribute all my success to Allah Azza wa Jal for all the blessings He has given me, and I couldn't do anything without Allah Azza wa Jal. So yeah, that's how I moved from Canada to here, and freelancing changed my life, and now I'm helping developers the same. So if you want to learn coding and to start your freelance career, you can subscribe to my newsletter. I'm trying to send an email each week with some tips, sharing my journey and some cool stuff. So you can subscribe there. And that's it, guys. Take care. Have a good time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.